I still can't believe it. The Grand Grimoire is right under our noses. What do you mean, and? That's the reason we're here. We wanted to know more about it. Who had placed it in the Wernshire back then? And above all, why? What then? I'm sorry, what do you mean? What do you plan to do with this knowledge? What's this about? You don't know, do you? I know what you want. You want the stone for yourself. I want to change this world. Having such a weapon would be helpful. Even though you know what it is capable of? Do you find it despicable? The Grimoire kills people. The sword here does the same, and yet we wield it every day for our cause. You can wield a sword and choose your targets. The Grimoire obliterates everything. Don't get me wrong, every human life is precious to me, but just look back. We are walking on a mountain built of corpses. The blood of many is on our hands. The blood of people who were ready to die for their cause. We do not kill the innocent. If possible, I would not want to use a grimoire. It is much more useful as a scare tactic than a weapon anyway. Enemies will throw their weapons at the mere sound of the name. Remember how our enemies feared the band of the Iron Bull? Do you know the reason why I want to change this world? No. I came from a merchant family. We were quite wealthy, but since dealing with money is frowned upon, where I come from, we were not very influential. We had a big house, servants always clean clothes and enough food. But all this did not protect us from the world outside. My younger sister went out riding one day and the horse went wild. It raced through half the city until it finally stumbled in the Horror District, fell to the ground and broke its leg. My sister sought help in the area that even in broad daylight was visited only by scoundrels. Weak and completely on her own, she could not defend herself when they came for her. Dozens of men threw themselves on her, one after the other. Killian. Our butler found her in a gutter. Hours later, she had fallen into a coma. I was so angry that I rode into harbor the same evening to look for the culprits. But who was I supposed to find? Half the neighborhood had taken advantage of her. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't seen her for years, but from letters my parents sent me, I know she is still sleeping. Glenn, I was a very liberal person whose greatest role model was Alfred of the Band of the White Dragon. A man who achieved the fame with his mercenaries and at one point was as powerful as the armies of the greatest kingdoms. Since he came from the common folks, he tried to abolish the royal houses and establish democracy. I wanted to be like him after the incident with my sister, even more so. I could have felt anger from the common rebel, but I did not. I did not want to fight the lower class, but rather the causes that made them this way. I set myself the goal that if my sister ever woke up from her coma, she would look into a new world. A better world that I created with my own hands. And for that, I must make use of different means. Like the Grand Grimoire. The first thing your sister will see when she wakes up is not the beautiful world we have created, but the monster her brother has become. Don't worry, we will never get to that zone anyway. These are just empty words, Glenn. And this guy needs help. And a lot of it, actually. Just give me a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Sorry about that. Just a little short break. You know, drinking something, buy you a break. The usual. Almost of the area. The fresh air will do you good, father. But now tell me, why did you leave the castle? Where have you been all this time? The walls of this palace were suffocating. I am a princess, not a nun. I set out to look beyond the walls to see what we have been fighting for all these years. And what did you find? Are you really interested in it? I thought you only care for this war. You portray me as a bloodthirsty warlord, which I am not. Besides, we shouldn't talk like this in front of father. Then go and see for yourself what lies over the walls. What people talk about, what they wish and hope for. You know that I told the truth about the banquet, don't you? Of course I believe you. That you have seen the demon, but you certainly couldn't have noticed everything. I ask again, you know what I was I was telling the truth. And you accept the lie. I accept what Terra needs most. It will be over quickly. I guess it will. They give him a few more weeks. It's good that you came back. He can't show it, but I'm sure father is happy that you're back with us. Father. His hands are so rough. Hands. Remember them tall yet gentle, loving hands that lifted me up into the sky as a little girl. They are so rough now, like the hands of a knight swinging his sword. But they probably always have been. His hands held the sword more often than his daughter, after all. Oh. I think I have some time until Sir Victor returns. I wonder how Lenny is feeling. This day has been hard on her. Maybe I can pay her a visit, that is, if they let me into the castle. She's probably closer than you might think. Wait, what? Did your business. You have none, then leave me alone. Okay. Bim bim bim. Where's my acquired waifu, by the way? Or not acquired. Chosen, maybe? Palm of the Learner. This was a classic RPG, I would say. This item probably gives me int. Wait, what? There's like a... Wait, what? Oh, only for show. That is the wrong way, huh? A magician's belt. Once the war's over, I'll save up and buy my own house. Yep. I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. We've been top left, right? 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 Yes. So what was the... Sometimes I just can't load the map. What was the point of going here? I can't go low left. There's like a couple chests. Yeah, okay. But like, besides that... Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Is it Lenny in the castle? Okay. So the purpose of this was that I can grab new gear or what? Probably. We are grateful that you brought Her Highness back. This Varric hasn't been himself after she vanished. Yeah, I kinda get that one. You are the guy who returned Her Highness, right? Been told you are allowed to visit her, but this area is off limits, if you understand. Really? Really? So it tells me to go up, so I stay here. Valenda's greatest bride was once the Mage Academy of Nissa, and even today people speak of it with fervor, whatever. Before that, Valenda's was an isolated place with only a few mining villages. The reason why the founders of Nissa chose such a random location to open the greatest academy of all time is still a mystery. Perhaps the students were not supposed to be too distracted by other things, who knows? Soldiers around His Highness called the Grand Grimoire the weapon of the gods. I wonder which gods they mean. The gods of destruction, probably. The old ones, the church one god, or the great gods. Maybe they mean the 7 true kings? At least with the 7 true kings, their existence is scientifically proven. As the ideal, the dragon is sleeping on this very continent. Scientifically and technologically speaking, Valandis lags a century behind the neighboring countries. All the resources were spent on the war. One might think that at least the war machinery would be up to date. Fiddlesticks. After 150 years of war, the coin master was happy to find enough money to pay the soldiers and keep the old machines running. Recently, however, we have received a few more modern machines. I wonder what deal Price Frederick has struck and with whom. It was the devil himself, probably. Okay, so this is just a library to Valor, right? I guess. I mean, I don't think there's anything. That's right. Really? And the left side is off limits. Man. This game doesn't let me do anything. And this is just a library, right? Okay. Oh. Who's this cutie? Now that the prince is back, I'm going to make an extra effort to keep the palace in good shape. Okay. You're the guy who returned Her Highness, right? I'm told you're allowed to visit, but this area is off limits. This probably as well, huh? Yep. Man. Hey, wanna bang? The princess is a sweetheart. She has a sympathetic ear for everyone. Look, you dropped all the good dishes. Don't think because you've just returned that I'm going to handle you with kid gloves. You will make up for all the work you missed. Do you understand? Answer me, what kind of behavior is this? I hope you remember your status. Here at court, by order of His Majesty the King, you have no more rights than a common servant. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay. What are you staring at? Be gone. Watch your tongue. He's the princess guest. Apologize. Sorry. A servant, huh? He was acting like his personal guard or something. I'm so glad Her Highness got home safely. We have all missed her around here. This is where I'm supposed to go. More weapons, by the way. Wait, this is the wrong way? Really? Okay. Then... looks like the room of the princess. Who goes? Ah. What are you doing here? Is it about the reward? My brother will take care of it tomorrow. No, I'm just here to visit you and see how you're doing. You are this... This is kind of you, thank you. I had no idea you were so interested in art and so talented too. It's nothing but a pointless pastime. They all show the same motif. A huge tree on a flying island. What is this place? A place I have to go to. That you have to go to? It might sound silly, but it follows me in my dreams. It appears in my mind's eye and wants me to visit it. I don't know where it is though. I see it in memories that are not mine. But I try to capture it on paper to get an answer, but it doesn't seem to work. Your echo then? My echo? Remember how Dimebird explained to us that after death, the soul leaves the body and dissolves into the maelstrom? My mother once told me sometimes the soul doesn't completely dissolve. If these remnants flow into a new living being, it is possible that one keeps memories of the previous life. You mean to tell me this place in the paintings is an echo from my previous life? Maybe. This place could have been your home. I wonder if I had a better life then. I know, I shouldn't complain. People are suffering all over the realm and here I am protected from all that. But still I'm so unhappy it makes me feel ashamed. I think everyone has their own problems to deal with. I don't think you can weigh that. I wish I wasn't born a princess. Tell me, Glenn, why do these rooms here feel so much tighter than anywhere else? I think it's called maybe duty or I don't know what is the right word for it? Obligations, maybe? Not sure. Her eyes are so cold when she talks to me, yet with him. This boy seems pretty close to Princess. You do not look pleased. Sir Gwaine. He is one of their companions. An interesting boy, I must say. He is the only one who did not want gold as a reward. What then? Information about the Grand Grimoire. Who would voluntarily forgo a reward in gold? Is he a spy? A rather simple-minded one when he asks us directly to our faces about the Grimoire. We should take care of him, but not in the prince's presence while you are at it. Deal with the whole troop. As you command, General Godfrey has returned by the way. Very good. Start the procedure immediately. I will, after the general has sobered up. Do not wait too long. We must not give Escania too much time. I can do without curves. They are unnecessary. Curves? Oh, come on. They are the most deadly weapons of all. It depends on where you use them. Where? What does that have to do with anything? Well, your katana with the curved blade is suitable for slash attacks that cause a deep cut. They are not suitable for thrust attacks. However, if every soldier in Valandis is running around in heavy armor, a thrust is more effective than a slash, making the greatsword superior to the katana. In Valandis, for all I care, they still live in the past. Plate armor is on the retreat. The only thing that justifiably wears such armor nowadays is a sky armor. And believe me, you do not want to face them with a greatsword. I saw him. Sir Victor's coming. You act like a kid waiting for his presents, Glenn. Well, I do hope he brings a reward. I am already getting gray hair. Prince Frederick said we'll be given it tomorrow. Sir Victor! Gee, there you all are. Who is this guy? This is supposed to be the best inn in town. You got screwed. The ale tastes like piss. Barkeeper, amber ale. Disgusting, this bland watery aroma. One more, no wait. Bring me free right now. It's going down like water. Who is this guy? A good friend, and the real reason why I'm in Valandis. This is Cameron, scientist at the court of Terran. And this one here is Batras, also a friend of mine who helps out with the more dangerous stuff. It's you! What are you doing here? Oh, you know each other? Looks like you've made it to Tormund. We're surprised. We? If your goal was Tormund anyway, why didn't you accompany me till the end, huh? You do remember that we're working for money. If you can't pay us, why shouldn't we act as your bodyguards? Is that all you can think of? I hope you have deep pockets, Sir Victor. Like Sienna's any different. Anyway, we will accompany me through Valandis. Can we focus on the main topic? Of course! I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about this before, but the real reason I'm in Valandis is the Grand Grimoire. And I'm here telling you this because we need your help. Victor, are you sure this is a good idea? Sure, they might be experienced fighters, but we can find others in the Adventurers Guild. I trust them. Doesn't mean that we have to explain everything to them. We need their muscles, not their brains. Cameron, what's this all about now? I explained it to you earlier and you agreed to it. Now, don't keep us in suspense. Alright. I will take the time to answer your questions at least while these cups are still full. Cameron is responsible for the Grand Grimoire and has been studying it for several years. Nasty thing contains endless secrets and has tremendous destructive power. You've seen what it is capable of, which is why Cameron and I want to destroy it. You want to destroy the Grimoire? The Grand Grimoire is the weapon of the gods. No man should ever hold it in their hands. You must destroy it before more lives are lost. I will help you. Glenn, wait for the explanation first. And keep up your voices low. If anyone finds out about this, we'll be hanging from the gallows. So what do you want to know about? What is it? It's the more powerful version of an ordinary grimoire. These gems are able to store and release energy. They can be found in all geological layers, generally formed in places with high ether deposits. The large grimoire found in nature is as big as a thumb. However, the Grand Grimoire is the size of a fist. We do not believe that it was created naturally. Someone created it? We do not know, but a similar stone is mentioned in the history of the 5th epoch, whatever. The gods used it as a weapon to destroy entire regions to initiate the apocalypse. Luckily, they refrained from doing so that we humans are still alive in the 7th. Exactly. But we are not here for history lessons. Do you have any further questions? So what do you want to know about? Where did the stone come from? In old texts of the 5th epoch, it's briefly referred to as the weapon of the gods, but then it's no longer mentioned. Until about 5 years ago, the stone laid in Terran's treasure chamber. There it was kept as a mere piece of jewelry until Gawain discovered its potential. Gawain? He was also in the throne room. The man with the white hair and different colored eyes. Gawain is the prince's advisor and a colleague of Cameron. He's also an old acquaintance of mine. We both studied in USA. So this man is an R. Unfortunately, he does not share Cameron's concern for the stone's power. He is trying to use it for this war as effectively as possible. We ran experiments with the stone 5 years ago. Its power was frightening. I spoke out against its use, but the king and the council were unanimously against me. And then, that happened with Warrenshire. Why was the stone there? Darren had defeated Gravas and taken the city. The place was crawling with their own soldiers. Honestly, I don't know why the prince kept it there and what he intended to do with it. Now the stone is back in Tormund and we will be used in the upcoming battle. Is this certain? Yes, preparations are being made right now. So what do you want to know about? How to destroy it? This is the problem, we do not know. The Grand Grimoire is used by smashing it. This triggers a tremendous explosion. Only in a radius of 3 meters around the stone, nothing happens in order to protect the user. That's why Killing and I survived the explosion. Afterwards, the gemstone reassembles itself and can be used again, which means you cannot destroy it in any normal way. If that's all your questions, now. It just so happens that a few weeks ago I made a little progress and therefore called Victor to Valandis. The royal house keeps a list of all the gifts that are given to the king on various occasions. On such a list, I actually found the rainbow-colored grimoire. A monk named Nal Kilber from the Kindreld monastery brought it as a gift more than 50 years ago. This monk is probably no longer alive, but the monastery still exists. And that's where you come in. You plan to go there and want us to accompany you. Exactly, the monastery is located in the east and has been abandoned for decades. Instead of monks, there are now monsters living there and we need some capable adventurers to protect us from them. All the while you are searching for information about the Grand Grimoire and this Nal Kilber. Yes, information such as where did the stone come from and how did it come into possession of this monk. We might even find a way to destroy it. We'll help you. You do not need to pay us. Hey, speak for yourself. The stone's not my concern. Without a reward, I ain't lifting a finger. That reasoning sounds familiar. But why are you telling us all this? Don't you put yourself in danger by sharing such explosive information? I do... Oh, sorry. Jumped it. I have my reasons. I just can't name them. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Thanks to your trust, you have gained a new comrade in arms. Let me help you. What was that? I swear I saw someone outside of the window. Stop! You there at the table. What is it? Drop your weapons and surrender. You are under arrest. For what reason? You should know it too well, Spice. There must be a misunderstanding. Do you know who you are talking to? The gallows await. Move now. Looks like we will have to fight our way out. I haven't I even finished my ale. Oh boy. Let's save this one real quick. And I'm gonna upload videos. So thank you for watching. And see you in the next one.